Hey guys, my name is Heather and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. My channel is all about my weight loss journey. I upload several videos throughout the week, everything from meal prep videos, grocery hauls, check-ins, what I eat in a day, my workout routine, and so much more. So today's video is going to be a meal prep with me. Because I'm working from home, I don't do a huge meal prep like I normally do when I am working in the office. However, I am going to prep as much as possible so that everything is just ready to grab and throw in the pot or throw on the grill or whatever. So it's very minimal to put things together throughout the week. But that's it in a nutshell, so let's get started with meal prep.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster.
Alright guys, so I'm starting out with hard boiling some eggs for breakfast. I am having 2 eggs for breakfast every morning, so that's 10 eggs that I'm hard boiling. I'm just using the Instant Pot because it's a lot less messy than putting them on the stove. I also just wanted to mention that this is a great meal prep for beginners to watch. Since I'm not cooking all of the meals all the way through, I'm just kind of prepping ingredients so that they're ready to grab throughout the week. I'm doing this because I'm still working at home, so it's a lot easier to just do it this way. Here I'm browning the ground chicken for taco salads throughout the week. Ground chicken is a great substitute for beef. It's a lot leaner and not as much fat. Ground turkey would also work great if you prefer that. Now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of taco seasoning.
We're falling down, we faded.
So if you're single like me, this tip might help. I tend to eat a lot of the same things every day. That's kind of why I count calories, and no foods are off limits for me because I need to like what I'm eating because I'm eating them more than once a week. I will have the same breakfasts and snacks every day, and then I'll have 3 different recipes that I rotate for lunches and dinners throughout the week.
Alpha and Omega.
And now it's time to prep the cheddar beer burger patties. I got this recipe off of a blog called Mix and Match Mama. I'll leave a link to the recipe down below. So the marinade is pretty simple. It's just beer and salt and pepper.
Even if we go all out and break us down, we can work it out. 'Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, we can work it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and
Here I'm using a scale to measure out my beef patties so that they're even. You don't have to do this, obviously. It all pretty much evens out at the end of the week, and estimating is just fine. So I just shape the patties and put them in this dish here and then have them in the fridge ready to go. So all I basically have to do when I'm ready to cook them is take them out of the fridge and throw them on the grill, and it's just that simple. So at this point the chicken was done browning, so I am just putting it here in this container, and so when I'm ready to make my taco salads throughout the week, I can just take some chicken out and put it in a bowl and add it to my salads. So if you want to make it easy on yourself when you are peeling your eggs, a simple tip is to have your eggs sit in an ice bath when you're done hard boiling them. This works whether I'm hard boiling eggs on the stove or in the Instant Pot. I've found it works any way you hard boil your eggs to just let them sit in an ice bath for about 10 to 15 minutes when they're done cooking. Here I'm chopping onions to get them ready for the cheddar beer burgers. We'll basically be sauteing them in some beer and some Dijon mustard. Again, I'll leave the link to this recipe down below, but I am sauteing the onions in about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm adding about a third cup of beer and about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I don't think it matters what kind of beer you put in this recipe. I think whatever beer you favor is fine. So if you've watched my other meal prep videos, you know that I normally wash my produce as my first step of meal prep. I guess I just decided to change it up today, and this is my last step.
You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out.
I recommend washing and chopping all of your produce because the last thing at least I want to do during the week is chop veggies. This just makes it a lot easier and quicker to make your meals.
But now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way.
I almost forgot, and I'm gonna do this off camera. For my sour cream, I'm using this Chobani Greek yogurt, and to make it more flavorful, I'm gonna add this everything but the elote seasoning and a smidge of water to make it a little more runny, and then I'll mix it up, and then I will just cover it back up and put it in the fridge so it's ready to go for my taco salads. All right, there you have it. There is my meal prep for the day. Pretty simple. I've got all of my stuff here. I've got my onions for the burgers, my onions ready to top my couple of the recipes that I have for this week. I've got my ground chicken for my taco salads. I've got my burgers ready to throw on the grill. And then I've got my hard-boiled egg ready for breakfast. So yeah, that's it. That was a very simple, easy meal prep. Again, it's great for beginners who are just starting out and don't want to spend hours in the kitchen right away. I recommend you start small, otherwise it's going to be very overwhelming for you if you just kind of go all out. Start small and gradually build up from there. Again, thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below before you leave and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I think that's it. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!